Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be playing with another newer palette. It is the Big Ego by Tarte, and this one is the Big Ego to go. So it's the baby companion to this one here, which I played with the other day. What do I have to say about this one? Well, I don't know. I like the bigger one because you do have more selection. This one you don't have more selection in it, obviously. But I do think you have something in this. As in, it is in nice packaging as far as to go. That sounds great. There's no repeat colors in this from the other palette. And I kind of like it because it's almost like everyday type of look with these three you could create, and then a more vibrant, maybe nighttime look, or more just a colorful, throw pop color, something like that in it. So you do have a little bit of versatility to this. I ended up using every shade except for that middle shade right there, which I believe is the shade Proud. I'm going to point instead of looking at the back of this because I never know like where it starts. I just don't. So let's go ahead and get started and we'll talk. We'll go in with the first matte, the brown. And I do like these as these mattes because you can take this brown and go in very lightly as just like a contour shade almost. It can build up though, so do know that, but you could just go in and contour so you can see where it could be like an everyday type of look, and then you could put that taupey shade on the lid and be done. Your inner corner being what I've already used today, but at the same time you may want to amp it up. And well, we all know I love my pinks and purples, so that was a no-brainer for me. I was going to amp this up, but I can see where this could be. You could even create that look, and then later on in the evening after work, say you were going out, or after whatever, you were going out for some reason and you wanted to touch it up, you could. These shadows are, I mean, I like Tarte's matte. They're easy to work with. That's just, they haven't really changed. These shades in here are not like the metallic shades in the bigger palette. They're not like the ones in the other palette, like the older palettes. I would say this is probably newer formula, but not as good as what's in the bigger palette. I'll say that. It's not as good as that, but it is better than what they had. I don't know if you necessarily need this particular palette. I mean, the colors you probably have over and over in your arsenal. We're going to go into this color here, and we're going to build up the crease now. But, I mean, I'm not saying this is something so new, so revolutionary that it's I'm not for sure why they come out with a big palette and a smaller palette. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me, but then it kind of doesn't make sense to me because it's usually never the same formula that's in the bigger palette, number one. And then number two, it's like, okay, this is $25 and I believe that was $50. So for half the price you get less than half the shadow, but the shadows aren't even as good as what's in the bigger palette, So I don't know. I mean, I do see, like at Christmas I can see it because this would be a stocking stuffer, but we're nowhere near Christmas. Well, actually we're probably closer than I think in no time, because time just seems to be flying. But I mean, The shades are easy to work with. I just don't think that we needed both palettes, I guess, to be honest. But maybe, you know, you like the shades in this and that's enough. Then I can understand. I'm taking that same shade and running it along the lower lash line now. I don't think this would be a palette that I technically would hold on to be honest with you. Do I like the look I created? Yes. Did I think it was easy to create? Yes. Do I think you have some versatility in this palette? Yes. But with the size of the collection I have, did I need this palette? No. But not everybody has what I have, and I understand that. So, and maybe you don't. Maybe you're sad. Maybe you do want a smaller collection. So this may be right up your alley. It's very compact. It's very easy to store. It's very easy to travel with. Like, there are perks to it. But for me, I would rather have the bigger palette than a smaller palette. Even though these colors are right up my alley, for sure. I don't know, would I get rid of this, or would I if I traveled, would I take this? I don't think I would, because the metallics just aren't. If the metallics in here was the same as in the bigger palette, I would say I'd keep it. But because they're not, I wouldn't. But if they were, I would definitely, you know, say okay to the palette. But unfortunately, the metallics in this just aren't what is in the bigger palette, or what was in the Christmas palette and stuff like that. Alright, now we're going to go into this shade right here with the sparkles, and it is pretty. It really is. And we're going to pop that on the outer corner here of my eye and take it in a little bit. Again, I'm just building depth really with this shade, even though it is beautiful. I'll swatch this at the end because there's only 6 shades, so. But I'm going to take it over like that. Maybe just a tiny bit more over. And I didn't get fallout with this shade either. I didn't spray it. Trying to make sure I get both eyes even. Okay, now I'm going to take that same shade and run it right up on this lash line. And I'm just using an angled brush. Because I'm actually going to smudge it out with the previous color that I used. Okay. Now we're going to go back into that pinky shade, pinky purple, and run it along the lower lash line. And I do like the way these two shades blended. It is very pretty. I won't. Ward. There. Fuzzy. I won't take that away. Alright, now we're going to go into this pinky shade right here. And I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it on the inner portion of the lid by patting it. There's fallout with this shade, so I would suggest spray or glitter glue, your finger even, but I wanted it precise, so my finger really just wasn't going to work. I did try it though. It did kind of lay the shade down a little better though by using my finger, and kept what I did have on it so that it wouldn't like fall all over my face. When I tapped it in, it kind of like settled the shade down, which the heat from your fingertips would. But I wasn't, you know, if I was just doing my makeup, I would have definitely sprayed my brush to use this shade. But you can see that it's a very pretty metallic shade, but it doesn't have the feeling like the one in the big palette. Like those shades are just, I don't know, I can't explain it. They're just so much better. Okay. I just want to make sure I get them both the same. Let me see if I can, I don't want to make a mess. If I can make that just a little bit more bright, vibrant by pushing on it with my fingertip. Yeah, see, just by pushing on it, it kind of brings it more out to life, but, whoa, but I don't really like to use my fingers at the same time to do my makeup. So, I mean, that's whether you want to or not. I'm going back into that matte shade, the pinky purple matte shade, the magenta shade, and just blend. And again, I do like the color story. I really, really do. And it is good. But I'm looking at it from a standpoint of it is $25 for 6 shades. And it's 6 shades that are really, I mean, their mattes are special because they're easy to use, but these metallics, they're easy to use too, but they're not like the big palette, so I just don't think they're worth it. We're going to go into this one right here, and I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. And I do think that this shade here does brighten up the look by applying it to my inner corner. But this palette, it does have the softer side. Like I said, that top row is the softer side. And then it kind of goes into like a darker, more vampire side. So you do get 2 different sides with this palette, which is nice. You get a variety, a little bit of a variety. I just don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth it. I think if you could get it on sale, now maybe, it would be worth it. I'm going to use this LA Colors Neon Gel Eyeliner in, what is the color of this? Enchanted. I picked it up. It was at my Dollar General, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's try it. And so far, it's not that bad. For a purple. I'm trying to find a really good purple and a really good orange. I did have a really good purple and a really good orange through Marc Jacobs. And you know, if they come back with the same formula, then I'll be okay. If and when. But if they don't, I need to be finding a different purple. I have one from ColourPop that's a purple, but it's got glitter in it. So, not really my favorite. But this one's not so bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad either. So I kind of, you know, for the price point, it's really good actually. So we'll take it like that. Alright, I think both eyes are the same. I mean, for the most part, it's not that deep. I didn't use that many shades for it to be that deep, and well, my eyes are uneven anyway, so I don't expect it to ever be even completely. So there is that. But I do think that it applied very pretty. We're going to today use the Tarte tubing mascara for the top lashes. And I like this mascara too. This is a harder wand, so if you nick yourself, it's going to hurt. I pre-warned you. How do you... I know this because I did it several times on the previous eye and made a mess. But we all knew that was going to happen because I always mess up with mascara. So if there was going to be a mess, you know, it's going to be me to do it. Ow, like now. Although I was hoping, since I did it so many times on the previous eye, I wouldn't have done it on this eye, you know, but unfortunately not the case. I'm going to do it on both eyes, make a mess. That's the only thing about these wands, is the fact that when they get you good. And it hurts. But I do like this mascara. I like the way my lashes look. I do prefer the Surfer Curl better, I think. Because of the wand. But I think that overall my lashes look better with this particular mascara at the end of the day. I gotta put one more coat on once this dries, and it does allow you to put you know, multiple coats on, so I do like that too. Alright, then for the bottom lashes, of course, I'm going in with the Lancome as soon as I clean up the mess that I've created down here. And I did get fallout from that pink shade. I knew I would, because I didn't spray it. But again, just spray. I know I need to just do it myself, even when doing these videos, because I kind of know the formulas by now, and it's like, on certain ones you don't have to, though. You really don't. You can put them on, apply them, and they'll be just fine. But with others, you have to spray. Is it a big deal? No. Is the fallout a big deal? For the most part, no, because you can just wipe it off. But sometimes, or you can do your eyes first, but sometimes it is a big deal because it does not want to come off some shadows. So I'm going to put the Lancome on the bottom. And then I'm going to go back in with a second coat. Yeah, I nicked it. I thought I did. I thought I felt it. Alright. With the tartlet tubing. That should be dry now. Watch it not be with my luck. Because then it starts to goop. I can only get 2 coats though with this mascara before it starts to really start to like act funky. It's just weird, so I wouldn't go past 2 coats if I was you. Alright, that seems about to be as good as it's going to get. And that's okay, because it actually looks pretty decent, to be honest. And like I said, the eyeshadow look itself, I really do like it. Like, I really do. But, can I create this using palettes I already own? Yes, yes I can. I could probably recreate this look using palettes by Tarte, to be honest. That's where the 6 pans just, you know, I might as well bring a big eyeshadow palette on vacation. Now, if it's just a weekender, maybe this. Or I tell you what, this would be good if you're going out after work and you just want to throw it in your purse, because I mean, it's teeny tiny, you all. It really is. Now, is it as little as the Pat McGrath? No. It's bigger than that, but still. Alright, let's swatch this top row for you and the bottom row. And we're done. Alright, so 1, 2. Ooh. Now that's a pretty shade. That's what I said. This here, pretty look for every day. And that's the lid shade that just goes everywhere. But see how when you do it with your finger, it almost like melts. Tarte shadows are so weird. It's like the heat, this one doesn't, but like there's a couple on the other one, it almost feels like glitter. And when you do it, at first it looks like it, but then as your heat from your finger like smooths it over, it's like it melts together. It's so bizarre to me how how those shadows apply, but at the same time beautiful. All right. Oh, that one's gorgeous. I like this one here a lot too. It looks like, I mean, I like the purple with the black base to it. But I mean, like I said, you definitely have variety. And maybe you don't want to wear brown in your crease. You want to go ahead and wear this with this on the lid and then that as your inner corner even. You could do that. So there are options to, you know, create a look. And I like how you have the light to the dark, so you have that too if you're looking for contrast. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I just don't think you need this versus this. I mean, you can just see the difference just in the texture, me putting my finger in these mattes, or these metallic shades. Okay, you don't see that same imprint on these ones. So you can see that it is a difference in formula. And this, love. This, like. So, up to you. You tell me, which one did you like better? I mean, which one would you prefer to go to? Do you lean towards the smaller palettes or the bigger palettes? You know, are you even interested in Tarte anymore? Have you, have they, just became just another random brand to you? They were for me, and honestly, I didn't see what all the fuss was about. I did not like the Tartlet. I did not like the Tartlet Toasted. I didn't like the all matte one. I know people rave about them. But after playing with other palettes, I just didn't see the point. But then they came out with that Juicy palette. Love it. Then they came out with the Christmas special, the 2 palettes this year. Gorgeous. They came out with the little, actually they did come out with a little 6-pan too. Was it Spark or it was something? It was wonderful. It had the shades in it, the metallic shades in it. I mean, they're hitting the mark, but then they're kind of like missing the mark at the same time. Like the bigger palettes have definitely been hitting the mark. The Man-Eater palette, that was amazing too. I forgot about it. Then what else was there? There was another palette in there, but to me, it's almost like I can let go of all their older palettes until they can reformulate them and just, keep the newer ones. I really could. But let me know. Do you have any Tarte palettes? Which Tarte palette is your favorite? Let me know. But that's all I have for you today. We should be getting back to Guess the Palette to win up something, whether it be a palette or a brush set. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying. I've got a bunch of new stuff coming in, and I want to give more than just one look toward, with a palette for you, so you can see if you really do want the palette for these newer ones. I won't do another look with this one. I will with this one. I will with the Smoking Hot, and I will with the Cosmos still from ABH. I won't with the Pat McGrath one, the 4-pan palette, the one that came broke. I don't know what to do with that because they're sending me a new one, and the one shade shattered, and there's very little in it, and it's barely hanging on for dear life. So I don't really know what to do with that palette. I'm hoping the new palette they send me comes in not broken, but something tells me it's coming in broke because that shade's very soft. But alright, I will let you go. I'm rambling. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.